These two pictures depict the organs of speech. The organs of speech is the various organs of our mouth we use to produce speech sounds. The organs of speech are tongue, lips, teeth, alveolar ridge, hard palate, soft palate, pharynx, and uvula. These organs will be explained in the other slide. Oral cavity is the cavity of the mouth. Oral cavity represents the first part of digestive tube. Its primary function is to serve as the entrance of the alimentary tract and to initiate the digestive process. Sounds produced with the velma blocking the air from escaping through the nose are called oral sounds, since the air can escape only through the oral cavity. The example of oral sounds are the sound p in the word box and the sound d in the word deer. Nasal cavity is inside our nose. Nasal cavity is a hollow space within the nose that is lined with the hairs and membrane. The function of nasal cavity is to warm, moisture, and filter air entering the body before it reaches the lungs. Sounds produced with the velum blocking the airstream through both the nose and the mouth are called nasal sounds. The example of nasal sounds are the sound in the word mouth, the sound n in the word near, and the sound in the word wrong.
Articulators produce the sound of language and divide it into several parts. The example of bilabial is pump. The example of labiodental is favor. The example of dental are thing and this. The example of alveolar are toe and zap.
The hard palate is the hard part at the top of the mouth, pegging just behind the alveolar ridge. It can also be called the roof of the mouth. When you close your mouth, your tongue is probably flat against your hard palate. The tongue touches or almost touches the hard palate when we say the sound sh, ch, j, and y. The soft palate is the softer part of the roof of the mouth, further back than the hard palate. It is also called the velum. The back of the tongue touches the soft palate when we say the sound k, g, and or velars. The uvula is a part at the end of the soft palate. There is a piece of flesh that dangles over the pharyngeal passage. It can be vibrated to produce uvular sounds. The pharynx lies between the mouth and the food passage, that is, just above the larynx. It is just about 7 cm long in the case of women and 8 cm long in the case of men. Airstream mechanism. In phonetics, the airstream mechanism is the method by which airflow is created in the vocal tract. Along with phonation and articulation, it is one of 3 main components of speech production. The airstream mechanism is mandatory for sound production and constitutes the first part of this process, which is called initiation. Pulmonic. Pulmonic airstream mechanism means that air flows from the lungs through the vocal tract outwards, and in the process of this airflow sounds are produced. Ingressive. Air that flows inward, meaning it generally comes in from outside of us and through our mouths, is called ingressive. Egressive. Air that flows outward, meaning it generally starts from within us somewhere and flows out through our mouths, is called egressive. Click. One kind of ingressive sound, the air is sucked into the mouth to make click. Click is sound created by pushing the body of your tongue to the soft palate and also making another closure for the front in the mouth. Lick your lips or teeth. Then you slide your tongue further back along the soft palate by making the space inside your mouth bigger. The pressure in it goes down and creates suction, then release it. Producing different speech sounds depends on the movement of speech organs. It is essential to know the movement and the placement of each organ to produce particular sounds. The above description and function of the organs of speech help a person to produce the consonants and vowels in the right way.